Who is it?
It's Mace.
Oh, what took you so long? The stream started.
Sorry, I forgot my mask at home. I had to run back and get it. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Dwarven Forge Live. Joy of Dwarven painting. Let's go ahead and let's join Aaron on the table. What are you doing over there? Come on now.
Yeah, come on in.
All right.
Cool.
Hi.
Hey.
Thanks for coming. Welcome to the Joy of Dwarven painting. We came to the office for this one.
Yeah.
It's a very small setup. We have one webcam.
There's a lot going on
hey,
right
we're
now.
making it work.
Yeah.
So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Erin. I'm the head painter at Dwarven Forge.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I've been here since like 2013.
Wow, okay.
So a while,
That's a long time.
I was one of the people that was painting on Stefan's couch originally, and now
You've been through all the moves and everything.
It's been a roller coaster for sure.
I believe it. I guess what are we gonna be painting today?
Today we're going to be painting, since we've never done a Joy of Dwarven painting for city builder stuff, we're going to be painting a Tudor cottage and a stone. So I'll show you how to paint both the stone and the Tudor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I guess we can go ahead and get into that.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right. So.
Oh, and if you want to follow along, we actually have on the website under resources, we've got like a PDF that Letitia put together. You might recognize it. It's the same graphics as before, but the colors have been updated. Like there's a lot more mixing going on, but it's way more accurate than before. So if you want to follow along with that, or I know like a lot of people have been requesting like written stuff rather than just video stuff. So we put that together for you guys. And I'll be going off of that today.
All right.
Yeah.
So I guess we can move down to painting level.
Yeah, the paint zone.
Let's see, how do we look over there? It looks good to me.
Cool.
All right, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna join you guys in the chat now. Just had to do all my savant camera work. So you've been here since 2013. That's insane. That's like what, 7 years now?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so weird.
Do you have any background in doing painting before?
Yeah, I went to art school. I went to 2 art schools and I dropped out of both of them.
Nice. It really
So I never
it worked out for you, I guess. Let's see. We got a lot of our normals in here. Craig Kaffler says he's also made his own written guide for the Dread Hollow painting stuff.
Oh, cool.
So I guess walk us through how you start your process.
Well, yeah, the first step, I'm having a hard time here. Like, I want to show what I'm mixing.
Mm-hmm. Here.
Maybe, yeah. You could hold it for this part.
For sure.
And then I kind of want to add more light because it's a little dark.
Okay.
We can.
So I guess everybody in the chat, go ahead and comment what your favorite animal is and what your favorite color is. While we're
Exciting
trying to fix
stuff.
some light. Yeah, we want to get to know you.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen you in probably over a month.
Yeah,
which is insane.
It's kind of crazy the amount of time that goes by. Maybe if we put it, sorry.
Oh, good. Maybe if we like do
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
that.
Yeah. So first we're going to be painting we're going to be painting the first dry brush on the slate roofs. This is like the full painted one. And the first step for that is a combination of base gray, basalt blue, and the cavern stone dry brush. And that is in a 2 to 2 to 1 ratio. And you're just going to do a heavy dry brush of that.
No, I'm nervous you're going to get paint on me. I trust
It
you.
wouldn't be the first time.
I mean,
I don't know what that meant.
I don't know. I didn't think you had gotten paint on me before, but maybe I missed something. I also noticed that this chair, like the arm holders are absolutely covered in paint.
Yeah, I often Hamster's so pristine, and he paints just like he never gets anything on him. But like, I don't know if you want to show like that's fully covered in paint. Like my coverall. Like, I'm just wiping my hands. I'm trying to be less messy, but it's a struggle sometimes.
I feel like with painting, that's something that you're kind of allowed to
be messy with. Do you know how to...
Yeah, let me...
Sorry.
Don't worry. Oh no, I lost my touch.
Oh. Yeah, it was so perfect before.
Oh, good. No. Maybe that'll work? No. Here, I'll just hold it.
Okay. So it's about 2 to 1. Mix it together.
What colors are these again?
This is base gray, basalt blue, and the cavern stone. And like originally it was just base gray, but like the slate roofs, they have a really blue tone to them. And base gray on its own is just kind of neutral, so I felt like it could get closer, even if you have to do a little bit more mixing. So yeah, we're just gonna do like a pretty heavy dry brush.
Should we go back to this?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Pretty heavy dry brush.
All right. Oh. What is your favorite color, Erin? We have a lot of blues in the chat.
I think I mean, like, I want to say like black.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But black or green.
Black and green are both really good colors. I think I like reds.
Yeah, red would be like third.
Okay. Nice. Are you going to be using a wet palette today?
No. Usually when I paint, because I'm painting in such large batches, I don't use a wet palette. I've got one that's sitting on my desk that I haven't used, and that probably could have come in handy. But
I remember that one came with that nifty apron.
Yeah, the apron's since been destroyed, but
right. It looks like your pants, or it's like actually torn apart.
It's torn apart.
What'd you do?
I ran over it with my chair.
Oh no! Yeah, it was really thin anyway,
yeah.
and because the paint palette was pretty cheap, I got it purely for the gag of, like, it said something kind of cheesy on it, right?
Yeah, it was like, kiss the cook or something. Something like that.
It's like, kiss the artiste.
Yeah.
Chris would like to know if, can you do an Italian restaurant alternative paint scheme using a bottle of red and a bottle of white?
Oh, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
All right.
Okay,
It might slide off the piece, but...
Wait, on the Tudor house, white and red?
Alternative restaurant. So, an Italian restaurant alternative paint scheme. So it'd be like on the Tudor.
Yeah.
I was thinking like red and white wine, right? Or is he just saying red and white like colors?
I think he means red and white colors, but I could see it like on the little flags the magnetic flags, like doing a little like restaurant.
Have some tiny
there.
pizza pies inside. And some meatballs. All right, so what's your technique with dry brushing? I know a lot of people kind of have a hard time starting dry brushing.
Yeah, it's just like you just want to get in the hang of being able to like just controlled back and forth movements like that. Never take too much paint on your brush. That's also a big one. And if you do, like, just dry it out so much on the paper towel that literally when you rub it against your hand, like, just very little comes off. I mean, that depends if you're doing how heavy of a dry brush you're doing. But here, I ran out of the first one.
So I know earlier we were talking about some of the things that we've been doing in isolation and stuff, and I know that you've seen a pretty good new movie with Nick Cage in it. What was it called?
Oh, I always mess up the name. The color from outer space.
Okay, yeah, it's something
like
space.
that. I always mess up the name. But
I don't even know what it's about apart from it having Nick Cage and space in it. And isn't there like, I don't know, what is it about?
It's about the
Color Out of Space, said Craig Kaffler.
It's about these people that live on a farm, this family, and then there's like this loud crash from outer space, and like they see all this bright color, and then things start to go crazy.
Ooh.
It's a short thing, and they can't leave the farm.
That's fun. I feel like it would start crazy with Nick Cage, but...
No, it's like a subtle build-up. It's
okay,
really
good.
Cool.
Yeah, there's this ongoing joke that I haven't seen any movies, but I actually have seen quite a few Nick Cage ones. I don't know why, and it doesn't actually matter, but I just think that he is one of those people that's in enough movies that eventually you're going to see a lot of them. Yeah. Like Wicker Man, one of the best movies.
Oh, I've only seen the clip of him like pushing over the girl in the bear costume
punching
and the
women.
bees. Yeah.
It's so good. I think you would like it. But like, as far as an entire movie of just watching for Nick Cage going crazy, I would say, what is it called? It's Vampire's Kiss. It's a movie that a lot of the clips were taken from when he's just like going crazy and he's like listing the alphabet. Color Out of Space is supposedly a Lovecraft short story.
Yeah.
Okay.
It gets very Lovecraftian.
Oh, cool.
For sure. Towards the end. So that's the first step. I don't know if you could see. It's like the pretty heavy blue dry brush, bluish gray dry brush all over the slate roof part. And then the next one is just like a lighter dry brush of Stone Edge dry brush and Basalt Blue, and that's in a 2 to It's in a 2 to 2 to 1 ratio. It's Stone Edge dry brush, Basalt Blue, and base gray. I don't have these memorized. It's not like going through my head.
How quickly does the dry brush actually dry?
Do you have pretty much instantly. Like, it's pretty much dried. I mean, this is a heavier one, so it's a little tacky right now, but by the time that I mix the color, it's going to be fine to dry brush. Like, dry brushing, especially if it's light, you don't have to allow that much time in between. It's just when you're, like, opaquely coating something that you really want to let it dry before going in with the next step.
DMN Game says, it might be the lighting or the angle, but the roof tile's coming off as teal, which I don't see any teal on that. That might be the lighting. It's like a very... I don't know if it looks like a stone blue.
Yeah, it's like a stone. The original one, you can kind of see because it's got the second dry brush. It's like a bluish gray. And this is just the first step. This is just like the base. But then when you go in with the lighter bluish gray, it's going to take on more of the finished appearance. This is just kind of like the base color.
So I guess, how is miniature painting different from like the traditional art painting that you would have learned in parts of your art school?
It's very it's incredibly different. Like, I only did basically like oil painting when I was in art school. That's what I was used to, and I was always like not to go with acrylic because I really like to take my time. And this is very fast and it dries very quickly, so it's like not it's not the same at all. And to be honest, like, it was so long ago that I was in art school that it's hard to even remember like when I was painting just for fun, like what that was like and compare it to this.
Did, like, Stefan train you then, or did you, like, have some experience before?
No, I had no experience painting terrain at all. Stefan, like, showed me how to dry brush for the first time, and, like, yeah, he taught me all of it. And then Nina taught me even more when she pretty much came on full time the next year. And I was just seasonal to begin with.
What's up?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Are you missing something?
No, I just had like a brain.
Yeah, that's one thing about the isolation is I definitely have, I just can't remember where I put things. I'll leave things all over the place, and I it's the most scatterbrained I've ever been. I cannot get organized for the life of me. It's been tricky.
Yeah, it's just like you have just like brain, like your brain just stops working.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah.
Do you normally use like the back of the brushes as like a palette builder too?
Yeah, I mean, usually I will just pour directly. Usually if I'm doing mixes, I'll do a huge batch, so I really don't use the other side of the brush because I'll mix it in another container first, like a big batch of it. But I kind of wanted just to mix on camera so people could get a better idea of how things were supposed to be. But this is just 2 parts Stone Edge, 2 parts Beazle Blue, and then 1 part base gray.
What's your favorite kind of miniature to paint? Do you have a favorite?
I mean, with the terrain, I really enjoyed painting the hellscape stuff. And then I also love Dread Hollow. Like, I think it's like so beautiful and like so much fun to paint.
Hellscape was insane. Wasn't there like, how many different iterations of painting did you have to go through?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, I remember it, like, there was so many different resin that had to, like, we tested the compatibility. Yeah. And then, yeah. It's really smart also. That's where I learned that you, like, it's not the technique anymore for the hellscape, but initially you were testing out a way where you painted white first and then you painted black over it for the hellscape pieces so that the light reflects through them.
Yeah.
And it's like the same as like when a sun, even if it is overcast, it's just more powerful and it can burn you more. And I wasn't even like thinking of that because it's being bounced around. But I don't know. I got all my hellscape unpainted and I'm very nervous about it.
It's a lot of work to block if you want it to be illuminated, but it looks really cool at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I just realized I made a mistake. I painted the terracotta roof with slate.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh,
it's an alt paint scheme.
Yeah, I guess it's an alt. So I'm going to be showing different parts of it on different pieces.
Okay. Is there a way that you would be able to fix it?
I mean, I'd have to base coat it again, but then I would have to let it dry.
That's okay. Maybe we could set it aside, let it dry, and then start on the other roof.
Okay, I guess I would just do the same thing on this roof. Okay.
That's fine.
Whoops.
That's funny. See? Mistakes like that all because of isolation.
I knew, like, just between being on camera and being quarantined, like, I was going to make some sort of mistake like that.
Well, it's out of the way, and it was very small,
okay.
So you mess up again,
and start a fire.
That might look cool, like having a gray kind of thing on the tutor, though. I'm not against that at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's the reversible roof that has the tutor on it. It's just not right. Like, it's not right for the purpose of this, but it's okay.
Dent says it looks great, so if he thinks it looks great, then it looks great.
Yay. Did you make up that name? Is that person real?
Yeah, I just made it up.
What did Bob say?
Bob, you mean like, what is his name with the afro? The painting?
Oh, Bob Ross. No,
Bob
not
Ross.
Bob Ross.
Yeah,
he's dead, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But like, yeah, happy little mistakes or happy little accidents. That's what DMN Game says.
Yeah.
Which DF house would you want to live in most?
Like Tudor
Out
or
of these
stone?
Tudor or stone, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this
Yeah, we
already.
I would personally do stone because you can't burn it down. Tudor, that thing will light up in minutes. Are you a stone or a Tudor?
Yeah, I mean, I like the way that this Tudor looks better, but I don't know, there's part of me that just wants to say I want a house that looks good rather than one that, like, will, like, I'll die in the fire.
Right, that's fine because it looks nice.
Yes.
That's okay. I think that's a smart choice to make, and you're being honest with yourself by saying, like, hey, it's okay if I die because I made the beautiful choice.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at that.
People will be like, wow.
There she goes in a blaze of glory. The captain doesn't go down without his ship.
What a beautiful house.
That's what they'll say. Like, it'll be like, it's got nice curb appeal. After they dig your body out of the fire and it's all up in singes, they'll be like, well, it's clear why she stayed. The firefighter will even be like, yeah, I mean,
I couldn't blame her.
Can't blame her.
Can't blame her.
And the fire, it really tied the place together too, so. But how easily do you think your house would, like, we have a fire hazard here, so I'm wondering if you would probably catch on fire. Like, I'm sorry, I believe in you, but...
Wait, are you saying that I wouldn't run away fast enough? Or?
No, I'm saying that, like, I was gonna be like, yeah, right, like a house would actually catch on fire. How often does that happen? But then, like, based on this cool little setup we got, maybe you like to build fire problems all the time.
Yeah, maybe it's my thing.
Yeah, it probably is. Is this the first dry brush?
This is round number 2 on the proper piece.
We spent all that time on the opening gag. We didn't have enough time to actually get
We rehearsed that door bit for too long.
So long.
But I think it was worth it.
It was awesome. Like, it's the highlight of my day. How many brushes do you tend to use on one piece?
Oh, I use a lot. Like, I go through a lot of brushes. Like, whenever I use another color, a lot of times I'll just, like, try and wash it, but I won't dry it off, and then I'll put it aside, and I go through, like, I mean, on Dread Hollow, it's difficult because I'm always trying to grab different colors. I don't know. I guess I would say 1 per color, kind of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you, like, burn through brushes fast, too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Sometimes my brush care isn't very, like, good. Because I'm dry brushing a lot as well, so that's really tough on the brushes.
Well, a bad brush is just a good brush for dry brushing, too, so.
What?
Like, you can repurpose a bad brush to make it a dry brush.
Yeah, exactly.
The purpose of dry brush is basically, like, you destroy any of the bristles.
Yeah, and I do a lot of dry brushing, so.
And this is the second step?
Yeah, this is the second step again. The lighter second dry brush.
How has it been painting at home instead of here?
It's been interesting. The light that I get in my room is really beautiful, so it's good in a way because it makes me feel good about the work I'm doing, but at the same time I'm like, oh, this is really good lighting. I can't trust this. So I kind of have to, like, be on guard with that, but it's been good. It's just, like, I don't have a lot of workspace. I don't have a giant table, so I do feel kind of, like, claustrophobic, but I can't complain too much. It's been pretty good.
Do you have, like, are you using a desk or are you actually using, like, a table?
I'm using a table. Yeah, I only have, like, a little table in my room. So I've tried to get, like, I have got, like, an IKEA shelving unit that I put stuff in. Yeah.
Since I do a lot of my work on the computer, I, like, have different computers. Oh, I hate saying that, but, like, I have my, like, Mac, like, an actual, like desktop computer, and I have this laptop and a third laptop, and I have like different transitions through the day where I'm using each one out of convenience.
Oh, that, like stations.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
if I start to get tired or if I'm getting like really restless, I'm like, oh, gotta go to couch station.
I have a light box on my bed station.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Because I have nowhere else to put it, so I just put the light box on my bed, and that's the shooting station.
I've actually been able to a couple of times do some work from my fire escape on like really nice days, and that's been nice. I think I might start doing work on the roof of this building.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's getting warmer out.
Yeah, it was really hot last week. I need a jacket more this week than I did last week, but it was like 70, I think, one day, which is insane for the time of year.
Nice. So after that, finally we're here. We're gonna apply just base wood, like medium dry brush along the wood details on the sides of the roof.
Are there any new paints being introduced with Wildlands?
We were discussing a purple would be really nice to have. And also, like, me and Hamster, I don't know if you guys would be interested, but we were thinking of, like, it would be cool to have, like a dirty wash, like a wash that, like, makes things weathered, that we, like, provide. So, like, you don't have to add water or anything. Like, it's the perfect mixture. And also, like, we were talking about, like, a dungeon gray color. So that if you have to ever repaint something, or, like, in the Forsaken Temple, if you want to add back that, like, the casting color, you can do that easily, and you don't have to mix it yourself, because it's like it's pretty difficult mix to do.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, so let us know if you have any other ideas for any colors or any.
Do you have a favorite one out of all of the Picorni paints?
What's my favorite color?
Yeah, I mean, like, paint, like, actual. Because I know your favorite color is black. Now.
Yeah, they're all, I would say, I like moss green a lot. I think it's like a really pretty yellow green.
Nice. Has there been any piece you've worked on that you were unsatisfied with, but everybody in the office loved?
Oh, okay. I think it was because I was so exhausted at the time during Hellscape. I really didn't like the paint job on the Lemoore pit. I thought it was like, it wasn't achieving the thing that I wanted it to achieve, but everyone else, like, I don't know if it was from, like, putting on a lot of gloss or whatever, but everyone else seemed to, like, be grossed out by it.
Yeah, it was really nasty.
But, like, I was like, I guess it's because I don't paint so many miniatures. It kind of felt like I was out of my element, and I was really exhausted, so I was like, I don't know if this is done or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's something that I think every show has mentioned whenever there's, like, a creative on, like, Eli or Nina or, like, Hamster and stuff, is that it's really hard to know when to, like, put pencils down and then be like, okay, that's as good as I'm gonna get it, because you keep nitpicking until it's finished.
Yeah, I either have to, like, just go off the time, just be like, I can't work on this anymore, or, like, enough people are just like, oh, I think it looks good. Like, sometimes, like, it's not a matter of, like, if I think, because it's never gonna be like perfect, or, you know. And there's a lot of different things. It's not just about it looking good. Like, it's about, like, can it be produced consistently by the factory, like, in a cost-efficient way? Like, there's just a lot of variables that it's not like, oh, this thing that I made, it looks really good. It's not just about that.
Right. I'm wondering, what piece has probably gone through the most paint iterations? Like, where you have to rethink of the...
Well, Dread Hollow went through a lot, considering we had to change it recently, and that meant changing the swamp that we were already working on. That was a lot. I remember Hellscape was a lot. The vile mushrooms from Caverns Deep was it was like a nightmare for me. It was like a really bad, I don't know.
Do you run your own games and use Dwarven Forge?
No, I don't. I can't see myself DMing. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not good between like being socially anxious and telling a coherent story. I'm not either of those things at this point in my life, but who knows?
No, I have a lot of respect for good DMs. Because,
yeah.
I mean, not only do you have to have that story prepared, but also you have to be ready to like give up on some of those ideas that you had, like, because sometimes the party just wants to do something totally different.
Yeah.
I love DMing, but like it does take a lot of like, I have to like psych myself up for it for like a month in advance, where it's like every day in the like mirror I'm like talking to myself like, you can do this, you can make a dragon enter the room, you got the power.
Do you DM a lot?
Not a lot. I've DM'd a few times at the conventions and a few times outside of the conventions as well, but it just took a long time for me to try because it's so intimidating. And I don't know, I'm going to start playing more games soon and hopefully I can DM, but I haven't done it in a while. Chris says, okay, so when you DM, it's all fun and games, but when I DM, I get blocked on Twitter. Do you get it? Direct message? Yeah. Clever boy. So, do you want to show the camera what step you did?
It's the lighting's really bad. But it is like a light dry brush of the base wood. This is like the first dry brush around the wood details.
What color?
Base wood.
Oh.
Just by itself, no mix.
Cool.
Which is cool. And then the second dry brush for the wood is a combination of the stucco, the earthstone, and base wood. And that's an even lighter dry brush just to like bring out the details and highlight the wood a little bit. And that's in a 2:2:1 ratio. So 2 parts stucco, 2 parts earthstone, and 1 part base wood.
Capel74 says, in my limited experience, washes and dry brushing are 90% of making stuff look cool quickly. Concur?
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally.
She concurs. Washes are probably the most intimidating for me because I know that like you can take a dry brush and like take it off, but I'm just so scared that
Same.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a dry brush person. Like wash, like I can do like a dirty wash that brings out the details, but like as far as like washes like for miniatures, like I hardly do it. And like I don't know, I look at people like Hamster who can do it so well. Like I just don't have experience with it. Like I mostly dry brushing for the most part.
Is there a certain type of material, like when you're painting a material, like let's say you're painting something that's supposed to be leather or like look like stone, is there one that's like particularly hard for you to do? Or
like in terms of making it real, like
look real, like metal, maybe like if there's a shield or something, maybe it's a hard time making it shine right. Like, because I personally have a horrible time with leather, and that's kind of why I used it, because it just looks like a plastic, like,
I've never tried leather,
leather.
but I can imagine that's really difficult. Like if the texture isn't sculpted into it, if
Right.
it's just flat. Yeah. I think metal's pretty easy because it's like you just paint it metallic and then you do like a darker coppery wash or like dark wash over it.
Oh, and then for the giveaway today, we actually are going to be giving away a cottage set. We'll do the
cool.
giveaway later on, but it's going to be unpainted so that you can actually follow along with either this video or you can do one of the guides that we have online. What would your advice be to somebody who has not painted before and is like kind of timid to trying it?
Teach yourself dry brushing, like practice dry brushing a lot and start on something simple like the original, like, start on like a dungeon floor, 2x2 floor, and it's already the right base color. All you've got to do is like just take a cavern dry brush or any color really, and a big brush, and just like try and get your dry brushing consistent. And it's just a flat piece, so it's really easy to dry brush that, and just like practice. And like if you can get a dry brush down, like it's really easy to make your stuff look good. Yeah, that would be my advice.
Unpainted, Metal and Magic says, unpainted feels so intimidating to me, and I have to agree with that. Like, there's something, like, about approaching it that, I don't know, it's scary. But it's really rewarding once you kind of, like, do something really well, and it's like, I painted this.
Yeah, like, I created this.
Put it on your fridge, Mom. And they can, because it has magnets.
Oh. Have you said that before?
No.
Oh, wow.
What's a good set to start with, I guess, for people that have not painted before? Something that's easy.
Like dungeon starter set.
Yeah.
I think that's the easiest because it has like the fewest amount of colors and it's like the flattest and like most uniform. So that would probably be the easiest.
Is this the fourth step?
Yeah, we're on step number 4.
This is like highlighting
the wood, yeah,
cool.
With the lighter dry brush.
And then if you could pick, like, you have free reign over, you get to pick an alt paint scheme for any of the pieces, what would you do?
I'm really bad at on-the-spot questions.
Oh.
It's always, like, whenever someone asks, like, oh, like, what's your favorite band? Or, like, what's
Color.
your favorite movie? Color.
I, like, personally would... It's been said a few times, but I think that a fall alternative paint scheme for Dread Hollow would be really nice.
Cool. Yeah, like, I don't know, maybe like a cherry blossom paint
nice.
Scheme, or like something like very like
pink and
very like
soft.
Like I guess fairy forest or something would be fun.
My favorite color is the color out of space.
Color That's what out someone of said?
Space. Yeah. What is the
nice
color?
One. No, that's the movie with
Zinger.
That's the movie with Nick Cage. Okay, so that step's done. The wood has been highlighted. The next step is to paint the stone details with base gray. You could use base gray on its own, but if you wanted to have a little bit of a bluish tint like the factory pieces, you can mix in a few drops of basalt blue.
Denth28 says, Aaron, I've been watching your painting videos the last few days and it gives me confidence to start painting.
Oh, nice.
That is nice.
Happy to hear.
What are some of the, like, behind the scenes things that people wouldn't know about, like, the joy of Dwarven painting? Like, I don't know. It always looked like a lot of fun, and then when it's edited together, it's insane. Like, I don't know. You guys have a lot of good wisecracks and stuff in there.
Like, what's the experience like?
Yeah.
It's basically like I'm just painting on camera, for however long it takes, and Selena just sits there, and then it's no audio or anything, and then we sit down, make a script of the different steps. Selena will come up with jokes that I probably would never say in real life. And I say no to 60% of them. And then I'm like, okay, I'll do that if you make me.
Selena says LMAO.
Hi, Selena.
I don't know. You improv'd that one joke earlier pretty well, so maybe you should get a writer's room going.
I don't know if there's a budget for that.
Just you sitting down like, think. What do we need? What's funny? Denth28 says, I will start Underdoom first. You make it look so easy. Do you agree with that? Is Underdoom an easy paint scheme to start?
Yeah, like the mixing of the lots of colors, like it's not really, we don't have a pre-mixed purple, so that part's kind of difficult, but I would say Standard Cavern's easier than Underdoom. Because it's a little bit more simple, but
Go for the challenge.
yeah, go for the challenge. If you like the way it looks, like, go for it.
Finding the lizard or bones or Easter eggs when painting those cave pieces was fun, says Levels of Power.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's what there's, yeah.
I'm wondering, have you ever missed Easter eggs?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, really?
All the time, and like it'll jump out and like I'll be like, whoa, I didn't know there was a lizard there.
When did you get here?
Did Eli sneak into the office? Eli and Nina sneak into the office and like tack it on.
Yeah, it's
halfway
sculpt out of like sticky tack.
Yeah.
They're like, she's gonna have fun finding this one. Then they have to paint it the same color as everything else.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
No, but they do it. Yeah. Selena says you're the funniest person at Dwarven Forge.
What?
That's what she says.
Thank you.
Joe Picelli says, I did some of the Dwarvenite on the pieces using interference gold and see if my players notice it while gaming, and if so, we'll let them extract it.
Ooh.
Oh, that's fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
The golden interference gold, I haven't used it too much, but it looks really cool. Like, and the interference red looks really cool, or the orange to green. But like the ones that pop most are the violet and the blue. That's just what we used in Cavern Steep. But yeah, the whole line is just really, it was made for like painting, like fantasy terrain.
The interference was?
Like it's just it's so perfect.
There's like a really nice opal type paint they have. I think it's interference, but
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. It makes me want to use them as like washes and stuff for like somebody's hair or something, just to get a nice like color, or like maybe make an oil slick with it.
Yeah, and it adds so much dimension. You don't have to do much to it. Like you could literally just paint something black, which is what I did. You paint the Dwarvenite black, and then you do a few dry brushes of the interference blue and the interference red, and like it just becomes like crazy cool.
What's one of the hardest things to paint, like piece-wise?
Dread Hollow, like, I think Dread Hollow is pretty hard.
There's a lot of Easter eggs there, and then a lot of different paints, too.
I think, City Builder, like, because there's many different colors and steps, like that, like, it kind of goes all over the place, like that, for that reason, it's... because of the number of colors like that, it makes it more complicated.
It seems challenging.
Yeah.
And then just as a heads up to people tuning in, I believe we restocked recently. I think jade pillars on the web store. Let me double check.
Oh yeah, snake the the jade snake temple are just, that's pretty difficult to paint, just because it's just like you have to not get it on the jade part, like, and it can, like, if you just have to always be conscious not to get it on the part that's not supposed to have paint.
It, like, yeah, jade or that marble effect also looks really complicated.
Yeah.
The marble painted on?
No, originally it was, but it was just too hard to like reproduce it, or like even get an effect that looked cool. So we ended up, Janet designed like a decal for them to put on.
That's cool. I didn't notice it was a sticker. It's placed so well on it. But I feel like limited edition stuff like that is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, when we were like, oh, we want a marble in the dungeon, like it was just so cool to see it. Like, I don't know, that I really liked seeing that come to life.
Denth28 says, Aaron, would you be able to paint the wood tutor with a green trim instead of brown? If you did, it would match the tavern I would make most adventurers go to at some point in every adventure.
Oh, does he mean the trim on the roof?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, this trim? Yeah, I could go off of it maybe at the end of this time. Sure.
Stone City Builder is not too hard, but those Tudor houses are a challenge, says Vegas DM.
Wait, say that again, sorry.
Stone City Builder is not too hard, but those Tudor houses are a challenge. I think he means with painting.
Yeah,
Vegas DM. The trim on the wood. So I believe he does mean like
the edge.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if there's time.
We'll see. Going off palette, says Selena. And then which step is this?
This is step number 8. Oh, sorry. Step number 6. It's just the cardboard accent stones. You're just going to want to add different accent stones to the stone detail on the roofs.
And then if people are not following along now, there is the guide available at home. I'll put them in chat. And then you also have the Joy of Dwarven painting for a lot of other sets and
a lot of them.
Such.
Pretty much all except for city and castle, I believe. I could be wrong, but.
Have you ever had a piece go to China and then come back and it's like not how you remembered it being painted? Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times, like, if it's any kind of like detailed thing, or sometimes they struggle with like certain colors, like, it's not so much like when we get back the first paint sample, like that's usually pretty close. It's just when it goes into production that all hell breaks loose, because it's like 30 different people.
That's a pun.
What? All
hell breaks loose.
What do you mean?
Kind of. Like hellscape.
Oh, right.
Sorry. Good one.
It's okay.
I think, we updated the system for that too, where we have a master guide now.
A master guide?
Like, we have a master painted and saved here. And
right. Yeah, 2 of each.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've gotten better with that, for sure.
Do you just pick random stones on that?
Yeah, it's just kind of like an intuitive thing. Like, you do, like, it's like dungeon or any kind of stonework. Like, you do 2 together. You don't, like, the factory tends to not have it, like, 2 separate. Like, it's just kind of random.
So they're not all the same? I've never even thought about that.
I think, actually, the ones that are produced, like, they use a stencil and they are the same.
Show over here.
No, they're not the same. Okay, sometimes I know with like castle, the same stones are painted. But
there it goes. Thank you.
That's okay.
But yeah, everything here is hand painted, which is insane to me. That it goes through so many different hands. Like, starts with blocks really of foam, and then goes all the way from us doing all of that to our factory doing it and then producing it out. You guys should do pre-orders for pieces that the artists do themselves, as well as the restock. Limited edition, signed, and part of it can go to charity, says Dent28.
Ooh.
I love that idea. I love charity.
Yeah, we should do it because like a charity for right now would be great.
Yeah, it would.
That would be cool.
Great idea, Dent. Joe says, that's why unpainted is better. I believe factory pieces are the same for a lot. Not sure what that means, but maybe unpainted's better because then he gets to paint it.
Yeah, he gets to control.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Both sides are done with the cardboard stone. That one you definitely want to let dry before you go in with the dry brush because it's thicker paint. But yeah, I'm gonna mix. Well, actually, you don't have to mix the dry brush for that. It's just stone edge over the stone part, and you want to avoid the wood on that. What time are we at?
We are at 6:49.
It might just be stone. I don't know.
That's okay. I think it always takes a lot more time than you like originally think it does.
Yeah.
Well, it's like painting's one of those things where it's like you could lose an entire day doing it, and then like I've definitely done paintings for so long that I've forgotten to eat and stuff.
Yeah, and even for like deadlines, I'm like, it's so hard for me to be like, it's gonna take me this long to paint.
Yeah.
Like it's almost impossible.
It just disappears.
Unless I'm doing something really simple, like it's impossible to be like, I'm gonna get these pieces done to, in one day or whatever.
Yeah. Is there anything you do? Like, do you have anything going in the background, like music or like a movie while you paint?
Yeah, always some sort of music. Some sort of music or like podcasts.
Oh, what kind of podcasts are you listening to? No? Okay. What kind of music? You got some Creed, some Nickelback going on? Yeah. Rocking out.
All the time.
Selena's really pushing the kind of podcast thing.
Selena,
come on.
Come on.
She doesn't want to share. It's fine. I bet it's just Serial. You just listen to it on repeat over and over and over.
Oh, is that the
again.
podcast that Selena listens to about cereal?
No, that's a different one.
Oh.
There's I think like, I don't know, it must have been like 5 years ago. There was this huge sensation about Serial, the podcast. It's about like trying to find out who the murderer of this girl is. It's like produced by people from NPR and everything. It was really good.
All right.
I haven't heard it in a long time.
Oh, I love like the true story kind of things, watching those.
Yeah, I just started watching this show that's a true crime thing, and I thought I hated them, but they're so like, they like really grab you. There's something about it.
And they're easy to listen to, like when you're trying to do something like that's repetitive, like listening to that. I don't know, like listening to stuff that you don't really have to pay too much attention to. I don't know. Maybe that's bad that I'm not really listening to the details of a crime story. Just background.
You're just letting it slide past you. It's totally not doing anything to your mental health.
No.
Like,
I just like to soak it in. I just like to. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had such a hard time with audiobooks too, because I'm trying to listen to them, but if like a story will just lose me sometimes, and I have to go back and re-listen to know what's going on. Selena says the podcast about cereal is called The Empty Bowl.
Oh, that's good to know.
And then,
is it like the history of? Well, I guess she's not here to, but mention it. Like, I wonder if it's just like the history of cereal, or like it's just different brands or whatever.
Just tasting cereal on stream. Or not stream, but the podcast.
It becomes like an ASMR thing.
Chris says, I'm mostly just worried about getting the translucency of the hellscape pieces right for painting, letting it shine through the cracks, right?
Repeat the first part of that. It's about...
He's worried about the translucency of hellscape.
Yeah,
painting it.
It's pretty... It's easy to do. It just takes a lot of time. Like, you can base coat all the stone with white, and then you just base coat that with a layer of black, or a layer of black for the floors. And it just takes a lot of layers, but it's a lot. It can be a lot of work. Like, it's at least 2 to 3 coats that you let dry in between before you start dry brushing. But it's just a time-consuming thing.
Do you want me to maybe move the camera to over here so you don't have to twist outward?
To where?
To like over here.
Well,
you don't.
I can just paint this way and then I'll show it.
Okay,
yeah, it's
cool.
kind of awkward that I'm doing that, but
I was just making sure that you were comfortable. Denth recommends a podcast called Falconer. I always hear the Lord of Blacksmiths, and maybe it's a band called Falconer. Oh yeah, it's folk metal. You must listen to it. I actually have recently gotten like really into metal and stuff too.
Oh yeah, like I mean I love Sabbath.
Yeah.
And there's this like, I don't know if they're completely metal, but there's this one band from California called The Shrine, and they're really good. Zigzags I like.
Oh, people are excited about the giveaway. Just so
Oh, cool.
everybody knows, we will be doing a giveaway in a little bit, and it is for continental US only. We have to do that because of like legal reasons and everything, but we're going to be giving away a set of unpainted, the cottage. Wow. Yeah. The cottage set. I'll post a link to it. So then which step is this that
Cool.
you're
So the
on?
next we're gonna paint the moss bits that are on the side of the roof. And that's just, if you want to just use shallow water green, you can use it on its own. That's basically the color that's on the prototypes, but you can mix in, like a little trick that I like to add is the new arcane acid color. It's a great, it'll really brighten the green up. Cause I just think it looks a little dull by itself.
I think this one's actually my favorite paint that we have.
Shallow water.
Yeah.
That's pretty. It's like a nice, it's not really emerald, but that's more the deep water.
Yeah. I also really like the Gorgon bronze, especially when it like separates and everything.
Oh, it's a
got that
teal.
cool little,
Yeah, in the bottle, yeah.
I'm probably going to have one of the light panels nearby to check while painting my hellscape pieces.
Yeah, that's a good painting. Like, you'll probably get some paint on the light panel, but it doesn't matter because it's acrylic. You can just chip it off. But yeah, I definitely had something like that. Or I held it up to the light a lot, like the sunlight.
Did you start the paint scheme before we had light panels for hellscape?
I think, I can't remember. Like, I remember it happened halfway. I was like, the cracks could glow. No, we definitely had, we definitely had light panels. Yeah, we definitely had them. And we were like, oh, we're going to make the actual, like, lava pools and glow. But it was like almost halfway the idea for the cracks to glow too. It was because like the KS6 repaints, like without the lava flow, they just kind of look very boring. So it's like, how can you make those illuminate too? More than just like the little tiny lava pools on them.
In Underdoom, do they have a gloss layer on top of the water pools to get the shiny effect?
Yeah, I believe all of the water, ice, all of like anything that was water or is some sort of liquid in the cavern. All of like the cracks had gloss on them. But sometimes like if you use sometimes like that can go wrong, like with the ice, like if it's a really light color, it can oxidize in a funny way.
Neofoya, the person that was going to use the light panel to paint, says that they're going to put parchment paper over the light pieces to protect them from paint. That's really smart. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that either. I mean, it'll block out a little bit of the light, but not really that much.
Yeah, enough that you can still see probably what the light's doing or like what's going on.
Yeah.
So with the moss, is that something that's already carved in?
Yeah, like it's sculpted into the, I don't know if you can see, but it's sculpted in.
Azure Cobalt says, is there really a hidden symbol in the roof that Eli added?
Oh God.
That's what I heard.
I didn't know that. Now I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm looking for it too. Has anybody been able to find it? I've heard cheap nail polish is a good, easy water effect. Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, that's what I used. Like clear nail polish, or
it just says cheap nail polish.
Yeah, I've never tried like blue nail polish as a water effect. I'm sure that would be pretty cool. But I've done like basically like it's the best gloss to make things look like water, like just clear gloss. That's basically was like the go-to in KS6.
A lot of people agree that it's a good gloss.
Yeah.
I love also that we have so much of that clear top coat around, because like I don't go to salon for my nails or whatever, I do them myself, so then I can always like paint them the night before, then come into work and cover them up with some gloss.
That's where all the gloss went.
I borrow it from Hamster. Oh. It's not yours. I gotta bully him somehow. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the keyword ready if you want to let everybody know the keyword that you picked earlier for the giveaway.
Oh, I have to...
You want to say it?
I thought you were going to say it.
I can say it. All right, so the keyword for the giveaway is pineapple. Not really sure why, but that's the word that we picked before the stream for the giveaway. Again, it's an unpainted set. It's going to be the Cottage Tudor unpainted set, US only, and... I don't know. It's like, it's really peaceful to watch this. So hopefully you can rewatch it or just follow the guide that we have available online.
Yeah, hopefully we were hoping to have a better camera and like better lighting so that Selena could like cut together a really nice video but we'll probably end up like me and her reshooting it. I'm not really sure, like more proper, because we're not going to get through everything. But it's been fun. Yeah, it's been I'm having fun.
That door gag, it made my whole life better. Man, I think there should be more like sessions where we sit down before the stream and think of like what's the fun like zany thing we're gonna do this time.
Yeah. So that's actually the roof completed. It's got moss on it. An optional step is to add like a little bit of like highlight of the moss green, but for time purposes, we're gonna move on from there. Yeah. Okay. So the nice thing is that the walls of the stone are actually like, we've already gone through the directions, the paint scheme for that, because it's just a repetition of the stone that was on the roof. Oh.
Of Metal and Magic says the roof is already amazing.
Oh, thanks.
It is surprising how fast progress like moves with just the dry brush. Like you already are like so much closer.
Quick. Yeah. So for the window stone wall, it's cast in dungeon gray. So what you're gonna want to do is take base gray by itself, or again base gray with a few drops of blue, and completely cover the piece. If you want to add more dimension, though, you can just do a heavy dry brush, and then the cracks are going to be the dark dungeon gray color. But to match the factory versions, like, they don't really leave the cracks dark. It's just kind of, because it's cast in the lighter gray color, there's not that dimension there.
Oh. Jumped out at you. Eli put a glass of water here now too.
Eli, goddamn,
sculpted it for you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll to see who wins. All right, KIIR Solara has won the giveaway. Congratulations. I will reach out to you to get some information on how we can send it to you, but round of applause. Yay.
So yeah, you just want to base coat this whole thing. And then I happen to have one prepared that's already done.
Like the baking show trick.
Yeah. I meant to do that with the roofs, but we didn't have that many roofs in the office to paint over, so that's why there were only 2 that I had. But this one is already base coated. And then you're going to want to do accent stones in random places, and in the windowsill, you're going to want to cover that with that cardboard color.
Knight of Phoenix says, have you considered a giveaway that are the pieces from the paint video? Like if you paint a few tiles, that could be what the person wins. So I guess like they would also like us to send these tiles and stuff, which is an interesting idea. We've definitely sent like prototypes before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay. Like I'm.
All right.
Fine with it, sure.
Sure. Okay. Great. Yeah, it's surprising how, like, it has already actually been an hour.
Yeah.
Time flies.
You make it so like you do make it easy. Like I like I don't know. I'm being cheesy.
Oh, thanks.
I feel very comfortable right now.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. Do they get paint with the giveaway? That was not something that we had talked about Dwarven Forge Live.
Wait,
Somebody commented from the account. But I will check and then I'll let the winner know. That's a great idea. I wonder if that's... And brushes? That's also a great idea. I will check and let that person know. Thank you, Dwarven Forge Live, whoever you may be. All right, so like, what was it, 7 years? 7 years of experience? Have you been here for all of the Kickstarters then?
I mean, the first one was, like, it was after the Kickstarter, and Stefan just needed help painting, like, I think 2 sets or something. And then for Caverns, it was very seasonal. Same with City and Castle. So, I mean, I was only full-time since Dungeon of Doom. And, like, seasonal, I mean, like, January to April sometimes. Like, more like March. So, I haven't been here that long.
But, like, in and out, kind of.
Yeah, in and out. And then when we started to become, like, I don't want, like, no. Like, when we started to become, like, where people were more consistently here and there's, like, more of an office, then...
Right.
I guess I was one of the first people, along with Nina and Toby, to be a part of the, like, the office.
Yeah, you guys are, like, the original 3. Like, if it's... What is that big superhero group? Justice League? It's like you guys are whatever the first 3 superheroes... That's such a...
Batman, Superman, and... Aquaman. No,
I wish.
Aquaman.
I know. I love Aquaman, but I know he's not in the original group.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I'm just
in the
joking.
first 7.
It's probably Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Be
Toby's
inclusive.
Wonder Woman.
That's
all I had to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, then who's Batman and who's Superman? Wait, are they? I don't.
You know, it would definitely be Batman.
I could see that.
sure.
Yeah, and you'd be Superman.
I guess. I don't
All right,
know.
cool.
If I have to be, if you put a gun to my head, I can.
Be allergic to kryptonite or else.
I'm breaking out in hives.
Do I make you comfortable? No. Lock the gun. Oh, Nina has a onesie for Batman. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's awesome. I feel like she's talked about it before, or like, because, I don't know, maybe something about LARP onesie. Oh, that was a skeleton onesie. Let's see. Yeah, Wonder Woman. Is someone checking on Selena? Let me see. Yeah, I actually, oh, well, Selena's having some fun with some new cats at home,
Aww.
so... Yeah, and this year was really the year for the office to buy cats.
Yeah, a lot of people got cats.
I think we're 4 cats richer.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, sorry to distract. What's going on?
That's okay. Oh, I'm just finishing up step number 2 still. Yeah. You just want to paint random stones with cardboard and then let it dry before you do the dry brush.
Did Stefan come up with all the names for the paints?
Yeah, he did up until last year. The Arcane Acid, Basal Blue, and Regal Red. Like Nate in the office, like came up with the different names. Like we all just thought of different names for it. But yeah, up until Sassoul Silver, it was Stefan who came up with the names.
Like school bus.
Yeah.
That's the one that sticks out because everything else is very like folklore kind of thing, and then it's like, oh, and school bus.
I just want to know like how the name came about.
I think it's because the idea of a school bus is very like old school rocker, kind of like, you know, like, you know.
Sure.
That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, do you try to match the accent stones on the front and the back, or just random on both sides?
Just random.
That's an interesting idea, though. I don't think that would a house only be one stone wide?
What? Oh. I mean, if, like, technically, if you want it to be, yeah, because it is, that's a good question. No, it's actually, it's one stone wide in some places it's two stone.
With, like, the really big stone?
Yeah, so if you wanted to be, like, proper, yeah, you could definitely do that.
Do you, typically pick the smaller stones then to paint, or do you just, like, actually do it random, no preference?
Oh, I just do random.
This mask is driving me crazy.
It's itchy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the last step for the stone wall is just a stone edge dry brush. Just kind of like medium dry brush.
I managed to nab one of the limited edition marble sets from DF, though, so there's that, says Azure Cobalt. Because everybody's feeling blue these days. Oh, Selena got more hair dye.
Oh, what color is she dyeing her hair?
Blue.
Oh, cool.
Have you ever done, like, an alt, like, paint scheme on any of the houses?
Yeah, I think it was a build for a game of Satine. Nate did this tavern, and I think it was like the
Yawning Portal.
Yeah, I think it was like, yeah, the Yawning Portal. I think there was like a stone detail somewhere that I decided to paint like more like dungeon stone, and I actually really liked the look of it. Like it was less blue and more like dark and grimy, and I like the look of the stone when it's more like, I guess, more like realistic, like more grittier. Like in the dungeon paint scheme, I think it looks really cool.
Have you ever done an alt paint scheme for your hair?
For what?
Your hair.
My hair?
Mm-hmm. That is
paint
what
my
Selena
own hair?
would like to know. I think she means like dye it.
Oh wait, Selena's asking this?
Yeah. I think it's a joke.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
She posted the behind the scenes for Yawning Portal.
Oh,
I
cool.
agree that, like, I think that a dungeon or, like, a darker, damper stone would be very cool on one of these stone walls.
Yeah, like, it's just more, I don't know, the blue is nice, like, I think it's nice and bright, but, like, the dungeon paint scheme on the stone walls, it looks really, like, I just, like, it's very realistic. I like stuff that's more realistic looking than, yeah, and then that's the wall dry brushed, what it looks like.
I dry brush my hair every day. I don't know about the rest of you, says Knight of Phoenix. I haven't brushed my hair in years.
You?
Yeah. I don't know why I said it like
It's all
that.
good. It sounded like something you really wanted to get out.
I guess so. It just kind of escaped my mouth.
And then I'm not going to demonstrate on the door, but the door, the stone wall with the door detail, it's just the same wood, base wood, dry brush. And then you want to go in with black and paint the metal details. And then you let that dry and you go in with Sassoul silver and cover the door hinges and the studs and those details. And then
someone commented that is a different kind of bean, but I'm not sure what bean was spilled. I don't know.
What bean?
I don't know. Maybe they're yanking our leg.
Now I'm paranoid.
You don't have any beans here.
Yeah.
We didn't bring any beans.
There's something behind me.
Eli left.
Really?
We've been... Yeah, it's just the joke of, like, Eli sneaking things in just for people that are catching us. Was that before the stream or after? I've lost all track of sense of time.
Yeah, time's an enigma right now.
It really is. Oh, about brushing hair or not. That was the bean. I see.
What?
I guess that we're, like, showing behind the scenes of behind the scenes of our daily
Personal
routines and stuff. Yeah. Well, I don't brush my hair because I use conditioner, and I feel like that does a pretty good job of getting all the tangles out.
Here's a bean. I take B12 every morning.
Do you?
No,
I do
don't.
too.
No.
Oh. I thought we had so much in common. I was wrong. Have you ever tried to brush your hair with one of those Barbie brushes that are like plastic? Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like the tiny little
yeah.
ones?
I think I did when I had one of those.
Yeah.
But I think it would break off a lot of my hair.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And now we're moving on to the last of the stone floor. It's a little bit lighter than the stone wall. Oh, that was the back of it that I didn't paint. It's the base color. You could just do base gray, but if you wanted to match perfectly, you could do base gray with stone edge in a 1-to-1 ratio, half and half, and then add a few drops of the basalt blue again.
I guess also a reminder for people watching this that if you want to stay up to date on our news, we go to dwarvenforge.com/wildlands and join the newsletter, because that's how you're going to find out about our Kickstarters, which our Kickstarters are like the only way that you can guarantee that A, you will get a piece, and then B, you're going to get it for the cheapest price then, because we throw in a lot of freebies and stuff like that. It seems like it's hard to see in the video. Could you send it all to me so I could check it out? It says Night of Phoenix.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Right. I'll put it in the mail right after this.
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out. Maybe we'll email it to you. Piece by piece, just scan them in.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, we're just base coating the entire thing with a light gray color. And then once you've coated the whole top and all the sides, you're going to want to let it dry. And then you're going to do accent stones. One of the accent stones is like the dark, like blackish gray. And then the other one is just cardboard. And you're just going to want to randomly paint in the different stones. So I'm going to go in with cardboard first.
Do you have a favorite Joy of Dwarven painting video? I know that's another on the spot question. I'm sorry.
I think I like the Underdoom part with I like Selena's editing of the Underdoom with the rave music, and I thought that was really fun. Yeah, there have been like little jokes here and there that I really like, but I think that one is like my favorite because of that effect.
You like raves?
Yeah.
Do you ever get the finger lights going and then dance?
Every night by myself. Yeah.
That's the really good lighting in your room. It's not actually the sun or anything. It's just all your glow lights.
Yeah. No, I have this blue, like I have the colored like Lohas LED lights, and I change it to blue every night before I go to sleep. Oh,
nice.
And the lava the other night was like fluorescent. It was like glowing because I got like lava or hellscape like test shots, and it was just like glowing in the middle of the room.
Wow, cool.
It was really cool.
I have one of those lights that you can change color to too, and every night I've been doing a red one, like it's a neon red pair of lips, and then I've been doing a teal light too, and it makes me feel like I'm in an 80s music video. Like, yeah, it's nice.
That's really cool.
If you are okay at painting but not great, what series is the one that you'd buy painted other than Dread Hollow?
I think Tudor, because the amount of steps. The Forsaken Temple, I think, in either Jade or the standard paint scheme. Yeah, those would be my two.
Which sets better, painted or unpainted? Oh, which sells better, painted or unpainted? I think painted, right?
Oh yeah, I think unpainted has gone up like now, like sales now, like because everyone's stuck inside kind of thing.
Right.
But for just in general, like painted is way higher than unpainted.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It is nice. Who was it? There's some celebrity that recently started streaming mini painting. Oh, the guy from The Witcher. I don't know his name, but he had a lot of impact on social media with his Warhammer paint.
Oh, cool.
Henry Cavill, Superman. Oh, Superman. Cool.
Wait, what?
Superman was the one painting.
Oh, oh,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
you. Whoa! Full circle.
Oh man, it all is making sense now. So for the dark gray, it's just equal parts base gray and black to the accent stones.
So you start with the dry brush and then you end with the dry brush also?
The first one wasn't really. I mean, it could be a dry brush if you want the cracks to be like more pronounced, but it's just actually covering the entire piece with base gray.
Ooh, is there a special between, I guess, jade and marble, which one do you prefer the look of?
Jade or marble?
Yeah.
I think marble, just because it can, like, the jade is usually attached to the snakes, which can be really specific, and marble is just more versatile, and like I just like you just sprinkle a little marble in your dungeon, like it adds,
makes it fancy.
Yeah, and it's not too specific. Like sometimes I think the snake is really beautiful, but it can just be too specific sometimes.
Yeah. Marble, I can't imagine how tricky it would be to paint that too.
It is like
because I feel like trying to paint that is like trying to paint smoke, where it's like it's a solid kind of, like, I don't know, it's just like it has to like taper out.
It has to like flow in like an organic kind of, yeah. Michelle did a video that is on our YouTube showing how to paint marble, but I never got the hang of it in a way that was like consistent, like cookie cutter.
Yeah.
It was always like I'd have to like play with it for like an hour to make it look like actual marble. There was no like factory, like kind of like one after another step that I figured out how to do. They all looked different when I did it.
Merc90 says, I've hardly done any painting since the quarantine and I don't have an excuse.
That's okay.
Same, yeah. I think it's really hard to be productive right now.
I know.
There's the argument of like, it's because I have so much time. Like, why start now? Like, I can just watch TV. I have so much time that I can do it, so I just don't do it. You're welcome. I started Dwarven Forge in the last, and I spent way too much. I only buy unpainted, says I never know how to say their name, and I feel really bad about it, but it's like Mage Saran or something. So thank you. Unpainted is a lot of fun. Zaneko says he has done a ton of painting since lockdown, so we got two different people.
Two different extremes, yeah.
The marble was a water transfer technique we were told the other day for the 3D parts. Water transfer technique. Oh, like when you like dip it. It's called marbling something.
Yeah.
Hydrographics. I think I've painted one mini since lockdown, says Of Metal and Magic, but I still have to work, and also there's a huge emotional stress that lingers in the air with everything going on. Yeah, exactly. It makes it really hard to, kind of go about things as normal.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, just like spending your time, like, try not to be too judgmental about it. Like, you're doing your best, like, I don't know. I try not to be too judgmental. Like, I try my best. Yeah, I don't know why it's stuck together. I don't know. It's just like a day-by-day thing. Like, it's really tough right now.
Yeah, it is. I think, like, I don't know, don't be hard on yourself if you're not being productive, because nobody really expects you to be. If you want to be, that's fine, and, like, it's a personal goal, but, like, as long as you're, like, surviving, I wouldn't put that extra stress on yourself.
Yeah, because then you focus on how you're not productive, and then you get into this weird spiral, like...
It's just worse for your mental health, too,
Yeah.
at that point. And then, you know what, maybe someday you will be like, oh, you know what, I'm in a great mood, I decided I want to do this or that, then awesome, that day will come, but...
Yeah.
You don't force it if you don't feel like it.
So next is dry brushing the entire piece with Cavern Dry Brush.
You look like a mad scientist, Aaron, with your beakers, says Denth28.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
cool.
Yeah, it's yeah, that is pretty cool. I kind of want to put like a light behind it or something to make it shine.
Or like a smoke machine.
We were trying to get a smoke machine to work. At the end, we were just going to have it go off or something.
You thought that entrance was fun. We were going to have a smoke machine.
Yeah, but we couldn't get any of them to work.
That's too bad. I just learned about DF not too long ago, and I'm waiting to buy my first set and go back and forth between buying now or saving for the Kickstarter. But with the lockdown, I regret not buying because I could be painting. On the upside, I have plenty of time for school, says Knight of Phoenix. I'd say save your money for the Kickstarter genuinely, because then you'll get even more pieces, and it'll be cheaper for you. And then you can kind of like cherry pick what you want, because while we do try to keep the store as restocked as we can, sometimes things do sell out. Like it's just the facts. So do either that you like. Get one of the starter sets unpainted, says Azure Cobalt, which is a great idea. Zaneko says borrow the smoke device that Nace used the other night. He was talking about the prototype that he has for like...
that would be something.
That would be. Just a tiny little puff over here. Man, I love dry brushing. I'm very jealous of you. It's okay, I'll do some later. It's not my turn yet.
Wait your turn.
I got it. I've been eyeing the starter dungeon just to get my feet wet with painting, says Knight of Phoenix. Thumbs up. Do it. And then you can do your own paint scheme, too. So I guess if you don't run games with your pieces, what do you do with them?
They kind of just sit in boxes. Like I have some unpainted stuff that I'll probably never get to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be cool to paint like the Dreadhall Forest like from scratch, just in a way that has no limits. But yeah. Eventually, like I'm sure I'll open up the boxes at some point, like when I don't have to like create pieces for a Kickstarter or something like that.
Yeah,
but
it's
who
hard
knows when that'll...
to paint all day and then have to go home and paint too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how Hamster does it, but
yeah,
he just really loves painting, I guess.
Yeah.
I really like the Dread Hollow, but ain't no one got time for that painting, says Knight of the Phoenix. Which I guess, yeah, that would take a long time.
Yeah, it does take a long time, but the new version is actually less time consuming.
Awesome.
Which is cool.
Hey, DFL, who runs the DF Twitter. That is a mix between me, Selena, and Nina.
Wait, what's a mix?
Who's running the Twitter? Selena does all the replies. I'll draft some of the posts, and then Nina will also draft some of the posts, and then Selena will also too. It's like we all have our hand in it a little bit.
Nice. Then you definitely want to let this dry, because the next step's a wash, and it'll take off the dry brush pretty easily if you don't let it dry completely. Do you want to blow on it so it dries?
Oh, it's not working. I don't know what's going on. Something's blocking the wind. Man, a dragon would have a hard time with one of these masks.
That's true.
It is. I know it for a fact. Hey, cool. My kids love your comment on the recent building project. Thanks. Cool.
But for the wash, you're just gonna want to take some water, and then it's like 2 parts water to 1 part stone edge, like somewhere around there.
Do you mix it with the end of the brush too?
You can go like this.
Oh.
Looks like
Mad scientist.
It looks like Nate's worst nightmare.
Yeah, it does.
Just mayonnaise.
That's the runniest mayonnaise I've ever seen. Oh, I guess we sound muffled. I'll be able to... Let me hop over to the soundboard and I'll try and fix it real quick.
It could be that we're wearing masks, too.
Oh, maybe it's a joke.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe not. Sounds fine to me. Alright, it's the mask thing.
Oh, they were joking?
I guess so. You got me good, rabbit burner. My wife liked the Dread Hollow Forest. She loves your guide and she likes to listen to music while doing it. That's awesome.
Ooh.
British sarcasm. Yeah,
Like,
it's hard
I got that.
Well, we just so frequently do have mic issues that I think that it's been like something that's like been tormenting the back of my mind. Like, can they hear us and everything? You got me good, rabbit burner. I always think that, like, maybe I will get a pet mouse and just have them run free in my Dwarven Forge stuff. Because I think it'd be the cutest thing
Oh, that
ever.
would be...
I also, like, was thinking about a pet fish because that's more, like,
Oh, you could...
my speed.
Oh, this
and-
is perfect for, like, aquarium
Right?
stuff. That would be so cool.
Yeah, I was thinking, when we had all those prototypes still, I was thinking about building a fish tank with them. But I do not have a fish. So why would I get a tank?
Then when you apply like a thick layer, you just want to take a paper towel and get the paint, the wash off the stone part. And I didn't do the sides, but you should do the sides as well. I'll do the
nice.
sides. I should do the sides.
Yeah, go for it. I won't hold you back.
What time do we have?
We have 7:32.
Tutor's gonna be really quick.
You got a paintbrush on it.
Wait, what?
You know, you slightly painted it, but it was just the wrong color.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dab 1800 says for Nate's mic, you should get a lapel. We have a lapel for when he's in office, but because he's running a one-man show for On the Anvil at home, he needs a USB plug-in microphone, and we unfortunately do not have that option.
Okay, so that's
That was nice. That was so fast. The last dry brush.
Oh, yeah, the
Okay,
wash?
yeah.
Yeah.
That was so fast. Oh, wash, yeah.
Yeah. The
Opposite
dry
of
brush, yeah. Washes are quicker, usually. Sometimes, I don't know.
Depends on the piece.
Yeah. And Mace, I might need... Can I use your helper?
Yeah.
So the piece that I painted wrong, could you take a bit of the base color and just paint over this part? Because it's supposed to be terracotta.
Okay.
So
what color?
So if you just paint the base color over that.
For sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. I told you I wanted to paint.
Yeah.
So
in the instructions it says paint with start with the terracotta roof first.
should I dry brush it or
Just like
just paint it?
yeah. Oh, do you have the terracotta instructions?
Oh, they're at the printer.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I can grab them real quick.
Okay.
Put my paintbrush down. So go ahead and tell everyone a really funny joke while I'm away from chat.
I don't know any funny jokes. Like Selena should say something and then that'll be the joke and I can read it.
Hope you weren't talking about me.
I wasn't.
Oh. Well, now I wish you were.
Oh.
You want me to just put it
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're gonna skip the roof for now, and we're gonna go right to the window wall. This is what it looks like unpainted, and this is what we're going for. Yeah. And first on a lot of the Tudor, you don't want to ever start with the stucco part because that's the lighter part. And if you do the lighter part first and then you do dry brush of the wood, it can get the lighter part like dirty. Like you'll get the wood color all over it. So start with the wood. Always start with the wood first when you're painting Tudor. And the first step, just like on the stone wood, you're gonna want to do base wood over the wood part.
Selena says, Aaron, you can't put me on the spot like that. So you were talking about Selena then, and not me. That's okay. Oh, did you ask her to tell a joke or something? Oh, I see.
She's the
Source
joker
in the audience.
Yeah.
She is a joker. I'm surprised she didn't have one at the ready, tucked away in her belt. If Chris were still in the chat, he would definitely have a joke. He's got nothing but jokes, and they're all dad jokes.
Oh, yeah, he's a dad joke person.
Yeah, he is.
I like when someone tells a bad joke and then he's like, ah.
Yeah, I know. But I think everybody tells dad jokes and puns here, though, and then we all also react with like, gross, nasty.
How could you?
Somebody else does it. Like, how could you do that? My ears. I'm really impressed with this Dungeon Gray. It looks exactly like...
Hey! It always changes, like, every time. It's, like, such a hard color to match sometimes, but...
Yeah, to get that in a bottle would be nice.
Yeah.
So there's that. My wife is waiting for this to go up. Then she's going to be all over these sets. Any chance of you doing the bar? Oh, I think, like, the bar, like the tavern set?
I mean, we could. Yeah, I mean, like the wood that we're using for like the wood paint scheme that we're using for the Tudor and the stone details, you could use on the bar. But like as far as like a tutorial for that, like we don't do a lot of like miniature tutorials, but like that's something easily that me or Hamster could do.
Yeah. That would be cool. Yes, please, bottle of Dwarven Gray.
Yeah. Because it's like a third base gray, a third black, 1/9. Selena helped me with the ratio.
Oh, really?
Of like, because like it's like 1/9 of school bus, lava, and earthstone, and 1/3 of base gray and black. Like it's just very difficult to like mix on your own.
That's crazy. I'm surprised that gray has that many different colors in it too. Because it's just such a...
It's like got like an olive undertone to it. So there's like there's like yellow and like a cool red in it. Like it's weird the way that color works. I don't know.
Rabbit Burner asks, so do you give your paint composition to the factory to reproduce as accurate as they can? I know they do not use Picorni paints.
Yeah, they use like lacquer. And yeah, we have like paint masters that we give them. And now what we've been doing is we've been sending them way ahead of time paint masters, and like for instance with Swamp, like we gave them paint masters like a few months ago, and they're like, now we have to change it. It's better to change now than after the Kickstarter. But we have to simplify it a lot, and we have to simplify Dread Hollow a lot. Because there's like too much variation when it was produced. So yeah, they try and go off of it, and they give us paint samples back that we give notes on and go back and forth with. But yeah, they always try their hardest to match what we give them, and they're yeah. It's a process for sure.
It takes a lot of communication too, back and forth.
Yeah.
Ooh, it is like skin tone. It is more involved than one thinks. I think with the Dwarven painting or Dungeon Gray
Yeah.
paints.
Exactly. It's always neutral colors that are the most complicated. Yeah, like browns and like skin tones.
Something
like,
natural, you know?
Yeah.
Because you want it to be, like, there's an idea in your head and it's so precise too, but then it'd be hard to recreate because I feel like with like greens and browns and stuff, it's like, oh yeah, that's like a
that's a brown,
green.
yeah.
That's a brown.
yeah, exactly. I don't know why I'm trying to paint at an angle. It's gonna be messy.
To challenge yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of people want the tavern set. I want the tavern set. It makes cute fridge magnets.
Yeah. That dragon head. The dragon head's in the Tavern's Head, right?
It might be.
Yeah.
I know that those bottles and everything are too.
Yeah, the turkey dinner.
Yeah, I think it's cute. The wood trimmings you are painting, how hard would it be to make them a forest green?
Not hard. I think like a nice if you did a dry brush of deep water green and then you want to like deep water green or shallow water green, and then you mixed like cavern dry brush with one of those greens for the second dry brush. It could be really pretty, like a very like silvery, like cool toned emerald green wood.
And then like I wonder what color you would do for like the actual, I don't know what this part's called, like stucco? Is it called stucco?
Oh, the stucco. I mean, you
okay.
could leave it the stucco color. That could be nice, the green with the stucco. You could do like a more cooler, like maybe like a whitish, like pearl color or something. That could
Should
be nice.
there be a brown base for that?
For
the green?
No, I would just go straight in with the green, and then the dry brush would be more of a natural color. It would be like the cavern mixed with the green that you used before.
So your paint job takes into the account the amount of different paints for a single piece, i.e. simplify for the factory. Yeah.
It's not even a matter of, I mean, it's a matter of how many colors, but it's more a matter of like number one, detail work. Like if there's something, like for instance on Dread Hollow, like if you need to paint 6 different flowers 6 different colors, like it makes it way more expensive. Like it's more about the time that it takes them to do that. So that could be a matter of like different colors, but it's also a matter of like detail painting.
If I bought a set painted, how likely would the average painter be to get a good match of painting themselves if they mixed factory and self-painted?
Are they saying how hard would it be to match the factory?
I guess mimic the factory themselves so that they have a mix of unpainted that they painted and then factory.
I mean, that's the hopes with the videos that we're doing with Joy of Dwarven Painting, is that you can match it to the factory pretty accurately. Recently I've tried to, in the beginning we're like, oh, let's just use one or two Bicorny colors per step. But I think it's better just to get it more accurate, especially for that case if you have half unpainted, half painted. I feel like it's better to take the time and mix little batches for yourself and then get closer to the factory rather than to simplify it and just use one color that's kind of close but not really. But it should be, it's pretty easy. It's just you have to dedicate a little bit of time to mixing, but a wet palette or mixing large batches of the color shouldn't be that bad. And to be honest, like if you just use the Bicorny paints as they are in the bottle, like it's not that dramatically different. It'll probably still look, I think it'll still look good next to each other.
How do you feel about those houses that are painted like super bright colors in neighborhoods where none of the other houses are? Asks Chris.
I guess it depends. Like sometimes it can be really like beautiful in a way, but other times it's like, oh, that's an eyesore. I guess it's like, it depends on what color it is or whatever.
I always wonder how they sell. Like, does it sell better because it's like unique and people are like, oh, that's my house. Like, I finally a house that speaks to me. Or is it like, ugh, I don't want to have to repaint the entire outside of this puce house or like fuchsia house.
Yeah. I would guess that it would be less. It would be worth less. But I don't know. So that's the dry brush for the wood on the wall, and then the second dry brush for the wood on the wall is stucco, earthstone, and basswood in a 2:2:1 ratio.
Denth sent a very nice note of encouragement and says that we make a great team. Thank you,
cool.
Denth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd high five you, but I gotta distance myself.
We should have had like a pole that was 6 feet.
We should've.
And every time that you came close, I'd poke you with it.
You're just like, get out of here.
A shiv is attached to the
Yeah, well, I have a pole that's 6 feet and there's a gun at the end of it. I can't pull the trigger, so actually I'm just
I'll
giving
pull the
you
trigger
a gun.
with your my shiv.
And shoot yourself?
Yeah.
What a way to go. She will be missed. Not in a house fire, like I predicted. Selena would pay double for a colorful house, she says, which is not surprising.
Yeah,
She's a very glittery, color-loving gal. I'm getting a city set just to make a bunch of standard houses and one bright orange monstrosity, says Chris. That's awesome.
Love it.
I watched a show on Netflix about this old house with a red door that was lovely, says Justice Armand. Yeah, I love a good red door. I think.
Yeah, that's the way
I
to
love
go.
statement doors.
Yeah.
I think that's like such a cool idea.
Who said that about the red door?
Justice Armand.
Justice Armand, you've got taste.
He's got great taste.
You're classy.
Maybe the shiv knocks over a candle. That'd be bad. That would set your house on fire.
But not if you've got a stone house. You'll be fine.
DM in game says he sees a red door and he wants to paint it black. Black as night.
Now I've got that song in my head.
I can sing something else. You want me to sing? Don't make me sing. You want me to sing for you?
Sure.
Don't make me sing. I can't do that.
Sing.
Don't, never made it as a wise man. Couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing.
Where's my shiv?
Where's my gun?
Where's my shiv? Where's my gun? A love story for the ages.
Where's my shiv? Where's my gun? A love story for the ages. Man, I don't...
That was the last time Erin ever live streamed.
I'm just gonna make the intro music for every stream be a little Nickelback.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boys, Nickel and Beck. Gotta love them. Oh, wow. People are singing along in the comments. That's awesome. Have you seen the video where it's the lead singer from Nickelback and he's like, look at this graph? They like edit it.
Oh, yeah. Like it's really simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's singing about just like mundane everyday things.
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking of something different. Somebody edited the photo part of photograph out for...
graph? No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's funny. I'll show it to you later. Hi, welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. Anyway, here's Wonderwall, says Justice Armand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have it in me to sing that song.
Next, after you're done with that, you want to do the stucco portion. We do have a color called stucco, but by itself, I find that it's like a little too pink. Like the stucco on the factory pieces is more yellow. So the mix for that is stucco, stone edge, dry brush, and lava yellow, and it's in a 3:3:1 ratio. So equal parts stucco and stone edge, and then a third of those other two parts in lava yellow, just to like give it a little bit of a yellow tint.
Wow. Nice. Gotta love a good yellow tint.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
School bus. I think like there's gotta be. I think maybe the reason why I associate school buses with like rock or like that like Stefan stuff is because of
School's out for summer.
Yeah.
AC/DC.
AC/DC, yeah. And then
I'm sure he was singing that as thinking as he thought of the idea.
He's just blasting it and pouring out a tube on the table.
He had like the shorts on of the lead singer or whatever.
What shorts?
The lead singer of AC/DC, he's got like shorts.
I've never seen his shorts.
Yeah, he wears like shorts and the white button down with the tie. I don't know his name. I'm really bad with stuff like that, but...
Oh, I see it. Oh, crazy. Oh, I have seen this. Okay, yeah. Rabbit Burner also asked, the big question is who names Corny paints, which we went over earlier, but all of them up until, what was it? Which silver?
Sassul Silver.
Silver.
Sassul Silver and Gorgon Bronze was named by Stefan. And then the last three, Big Cell Blue, Regal Red, and Arcane Acid, we like the office came up with it. But we wanted to name Arcane Acid School Bus on Acid as a joke.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stefan named them before Soul Silver. Oh man, chat's going crazy. There's a gas leak all over the world tonight. And I'm done. How is Alice Cooper doing these days? Is he still in school? Is Chris's joke. Which is a very Chris joke.
Wait, that's Chris?
Yeah, it's Chris.
Cool.
Yeah. He asked me to not call him by his screen name anymore because it makes him feel like a child. So I've been respecting that.
What is it? Animal Crossing?
It's just Animal Crossing fan. 90. When was he born? Like 92? Apparently there's an amazing cover done by, I've lost it in the chat. People are going crazy in the chat. A Foo Fighter cover. I think actually you sent it to us before, Den. Or sent it to Nate. Happy mushroom color. Is that what this yellow is? A happy mushroom.
Who said that?
Rusty Thorn.
Oh.
Tofu Verde is here in chat. I wonder who that is.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it's Wonder Woman.
Does that mean you just started watching?
Maybe.
Oh.
What's the paint brand you're using, and what was the Incat brand? You got it.
The what brand?
The other paint.
This one? Yeah.
The interference? Is that what? Go ahead.
Wait, what? But what was the question? I don't.
They typed INCAD ... brand mentioned before.
Oh.
And what brand are you using?
Oh, well, we're using Bacorny Paints. It's our own high flow acrylic brand that we have. But I think you might have been referring to all of our paints are produced by Golden, which they also sell their own paint colors, and one of their lines is Interference.
I think he meant Incandescent. Is that it?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, that's another. Yeah, it that's the type of like. That's the name of their incandescent line, Interference. It's like I never heard of the word interference before this, but yeah, it's just like this iridescent, these iridescent colors that we use for like crystals and like some of the detail work on the caverns.
What colors are used in the Bridge of Valor from City Builder?
Oh, I'd have to look at it because I didn't paint that, and I haven't done a tutorial for it since. My guess would be the stone parts would be the same stone. I'd have to look at it. Like, Mace, if you want to grab, if you know where it is.
Grab what?
The Bridge of Valor, if you know where it is.
I will give it 5 seconds.
Yeah, and if you can't find it, no sweat.
The clouds look really cool right now.
Oh, the sunset?
Don't worry about me. Have Chris tell a joke in chat.
Chris, tell a joke in chat, Mace says.
Keep us all entertained.
Yeah. For this color, it does come out a little bit transparent, so you're gonna want to let it dry and do two coats of the Tudor stucco color.
This is.
Oh, cool. So yeah, this is just like the basically the stone paint scheme. It's the stone paint scheme. It's a little bit lighter, but not by much. The base color, I'd say mix with a little bit of cavern. Like, don't use just base gray because the base color is lighter. And then the dry brush is a little bit warmer. So I would use like cavern dry, like stucco and olive dry brush to dry brush over it. But it's pretty similar. You could get away with just painting it like the stone in City Builder or the stone in City, which is the cardboard stones, base gray base, and then stone edge or cavern dry brush. And then this would probably be like stone edge with like a dark wash over it for the skeleton detail.
Justice Armand, the man with good taste and red doors, says, "What do you call it when a priest's healing spell fails?" He told a joke while I was out.
What do you call it?
A clerical error. Let me see. Do the paints finish dry as the same color as wet paint?
No, usually it dries a little lighter. I mean, it depends on the color. Some of it, like, I think lighter colors pretty much stay the same, but every single time I mix the dungeon gray, it changes dramatically from when it's wet to when it's dry. Like, it gets much lighter. And then on the walls where there's like a little bit of damage, where the paint's peeling away, you want to go in with earthstone, and paint in those little parts.
How hard is it to stay in the lines for this piece?
It's not that difficult. I'm doing it at an angle, so it's a little messy on my end.
A grasshopper walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Haha, funny, I have a drink named after you." The grasshopper says, "You have a drink named Steve?"
I think I've heard that one before.
That's Chris. Wow, we're getting a ton of free jokes now. Thanks for the free laughs, suckers.
That's that. And then the last one on this after it dries is to paint one of the sides, which is supposed to be like the outside, or you could do both. Just do a dark wash over the stucco portion so it looks like weathered, like it's actually been outside.
Nice.
Yeah. And then that's a mixture of black and earthstone in a wash.
What do a priest and a Christmas tree have in common? I haven't heard yet, but I eagerly await this punchline. It's the longest build-up. Okay. Their ornaments are only for decoration.
What? I don't
know.
That makes me uncomfortable.
A Christmas tree joke. I don't get it. I don't know enough about priests, I guess. Lots of dad jokes. Think baubles. You mean, I know what a Christmas tree decoration is. Wait, I don't get it. It's okay. I'm psyching myself out. I'm like, oh, I'm a failure. I don't get this joke, but it's okay.
I actually got a little hasty, and I went in when it's still sort of wet, so...
You gotta let it dry.
Yeah, that's the importance of letting it dry. I'm getting a little ahead of myself because time, but you gotta let it dry. Especially before you do a wash.
3 guys walk into a bar, the first one ducks.
What?
I don't know. How could he walk into a bar if he ducks? Okay. No more dad jokes. No more jokes, guys. We're the only people allowed to be funny here. They're going into a lot of detail explaining the priest one to me. It's just nice of you guys. Thank you.
They're all talking over each other.
They're like, no, let me explain it to her.
Here, blow on it so it'll dry.
What does it look like from my mask doing that?
Looks really good.
I know. I know it does. Oh, there's so many more jokes going in after we said specifically no joking.
Tell jokes. Reverse psychiatry.
What?
I told them to tell jokes.
Tell jokes.
It's reverse psychiatry.
Oh, hey. Gotcha on that one. Oh, we are at 8:01.
Shit.
Feel free to go as long as you need to. Do not swear. I will lance you. Jokes have been quarantined.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep going until it's done, right? Or
yeah.
Should I stop?
Go crazy.
Okay.
Keep going.
I'm going in with the dark wash. Hopefully it's dry enough.
Oh, geez. The word B is the first E silent or the second one, or both? That's a great question.
What?
The word B, B-E-E, is the first E silent, the second E silent, or both of the E's silent? And it's just the letter B, yeah. I think the rule for a series of vowels is that the first one is silent. No, the second one is silent, right? Wait.
It doesn't matter.
Great question, though. I'll get my scientists on it.
The next piece that we have is the floor, the wood floor. And the first step of that is just dry brushing the entire piece with the first dry brush wood color, which is base wood.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Enough.
Just please. I wish that were tape and not a mask over your mouth. Personally,
where's my shiv
and my long stick? I think that the egg came first because chickens came after the dinosaurs, but dinosaurs had eggs, so
that's a good line of logic.
Yeah. Thank you. It was obviously the chicken. I ate the chicken, then I ate its egg. Tempura paint came first. You guys are crazy.
Tempura paint?
Yeah. How is the egg supposed to incubate itself? No, I'm talking about eggs in general. I'm not talking about just like, is the egg there before the chicken's there? Because. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Nope. Not even gonna. I ate the chicken.
My head's turning dirt.
Anyway, back to painting, I guess. If you guys are just gonna keep telling jokes in the chat, I do appreciate it, though. Some of them are fun. Wow. Have you ever done an alternative paint for the wood floor, too?
No, I've never done that.
I feel like that'd be nice to do, like, maybe a light wood. See how that goes.
Or, like, a purple-ish wood. You know,
cool.
the one that, like, Wormwood uses for their... That would be cool.
It's really nice. Green.
Green wood?
That's what Dent would like.
You guy's obsessed with green.
I think to match his green. Yeah.
Yeah, green wood is kind of like, it's like, I like the look of it.
It's got a feeling of like water damage, but I'm into that. You know what I mean though? Like when you have like a board of wood and then it's in green in some parts. Yeah.
Like a greenish gray.
Have you ever done like a pattern in paint? Do they have stencils or is there some way that you make things stay aligned? Asks Justice Armand.
Stencils?
Stencils or
we never use stencils. But I believe the factory uses stencils to be able to like go quickly. But we've never done it. It's always been like when we're doing accent stones or whatever. It's always random.
Have you done like a design on tile?
Oh no, because I mean, no, I could see it being something personally that I do but I don't think that the factory would do that.
Right. I think it'd be fun to do.
It'd be hard to produce
something like kind of elaborate on like the dungeon floor tiles because they're like.
Repeatable kind of thing. Yeah, it would have been cool to do like on the puzzle floor, but those turned. Those weren't hand painted like they originally were.
Those are stickers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second dry brush for the wood is same as before, the stucco, earthstone, and base wood.
Justice says, interesting. I was thinking like mosaics or fractals. I'm having such a hard time reading. I'm sorry, my brain's going.
That's okay, mine too.
Should have brought my glasses. We could have shared them. Probably been asked this already, but what is your favorite piece to paint, Erin?
I can't remember what I said before, but I love painting Dread Hollow.
That's from Rabbit.
That or like repetitive stuff that like you can just get in the flow and like do like. There's a part of me that loves just painting a lot of pieces like. Because you can kind of just go into this like meditative like autopilot
It's like
mode.
Cathartic.
Yeah, it's really relaxing to me.
Would love to see you do a Tomb of Horrors, says Mage Saran.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. I was tempted to paint a puzzle onto the puzzle floors, but my players would kill me after the last puzzle I gave them at our LARP system, says Finley Shards. He's a freak winner of these streams, and he has his own LARP, so he writes a lot of like the stories for that, which is pretty
cool.
Yeah, he has a lot of really good ideas too.
Where's his LARP?
Yeah, where is your LARP? He said it before, but I'm really bad at remembering like that kind of stuff. How many carrots would it take to get you to paint our wildlands, says Rabbit Burner.
I know you've been asking that. I wish I had time. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe in the new paint scheme because it's like, it's quicker to do, if you'd be open to that. But, yeah, sorry about that. Like, I know you asked before, but.
You're gonna have to kidnap her.
Yeah.
Finley is in the UK. That's where he has his LARP system. He has two of them.
Oh, cool.
I haven't been LARPing in over a year now, but it seems like it was just yesterday.
Yeah, time flies.
It really does. You were conveniently absent when we came over last year, said Rabbit Burner. Oh, because you don't want to get kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to keep her in a cage here so she doesn't run away.
I was in the back room. They put me in a cage.
Yeah, we gotta lock her in. She runs really fast. You would not believe how hard it is to tackle this girl. I think if I got my own tutor set, I'd probably paint a little mouse door on the wall on the inside. But then I wouldn't be able to use it for an outside wall, I guess. Finley says, actually this weekend we will be taking photos of our NPCs in quarantine, then sharing them in our LARP community the following weekend when we should have been having an event. That's a fun idea. It's sad because the LARP that the office normally goes to had to cancel as well. I mean, obviously, but yeah, I think that was supposed to be this weekend.
What if they did like a Zoom call LARP?
That would be funny. Like, see a sword batting at your camera.
Yeah.
How do you know when they miss a shot?
I don't know.
Well, we'll look into it. We're going to have to build that.
It would just be no combat. It would just be like, let's world build some more.
Yeah, okay. That could be fun.
Or maybe it's like verbal combat.
Yeah, like I strike you. I block.
Yeah. You just shout at each other.
Just yelling.
Do you want to try it?
Yes.
I strike you.
I have my gun.
I have my shoe.
From 6 feet away. I accidentally filled it with paintball bullets, so you don't die, but you're covered in even more paint.
So that's the dry brushing on the wood. And then the last step is just to paint in little nails. And you can go in straight with Sissul Silver, or you could base them in black to make them pop more. But for time purposes, I'm just going to go in with Sissul Silver.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice silvery nail.
Yeah.
King Sack says, I love seeing a piece transform from dry brushing. It's very satisfying. I agree.
Yeah. And it's fun to do it, too.
Saw you guys at Gen Con. Sorry if I was a little rude to you about not wanting to buy the pre-painted stuff. Was just getting started and didn't know much about it, says Mage Saran. That's totally okay. We get it. Painting is a very, it's a little intimidating to start, but hopefully you are starting to feel up for it, or, I mean, at least hopefully your painted stuff is working for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Selena says that our LARP is during Facebook Messenger video parties, so basically what we just did. Wow, I LARPed today. That was awesome.
Wait, she LARPed?
I LARPed. You and I just LARPed.
Oh, I guess we did.
We did.
But we're in person, so we could have just fought.
We should have just fought. After this stream, I'm going to punch you right in the eye.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Me, says King Sex, which is a Monty Python joke. Haha. Actually, that's one of the movies that as a kid I would watch endlessly. Did you have those movies where it's like your parents would have to hide them because you just keep watching them over
movie.
and over? I love the Goofy movie. I actually saw the second one before the first one, and both of them are amazing, but I have a little bit more love for the second one.
Yeah. Wait, the second one? I can't remember what happened in the second one.
He goes to college, and it's the X Games, so then he has to, like, skateboard and, like, ride
I thought that was
bike
the first one.
No, the first one is when they go on
a
road
fishing trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them were good.
Yeah, they're both... I love both those movies. It's one of those sequels that actually, it, like, stands up.
So then last, we're going to do the terracotta roof that was originally painted slate and Mace was nice enough to base coat over it so I could show the terracotta part.
You still have to pay me for that. That is $5. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend this all in one place. Finley Shards have just finished setting up a chatbot to allow a friend to play 10 candles while his chat bot runs all of the decreasing dice pools for players, so we are just starting to do a few text-based things. The conversation was about the Goofy movie, DMN Games, which had that sick song. Do you remember that song? It was like, stand up.
Yeah. He's like silhouetted
Yeah.
then black, and he's like dancing
Thought
at
he
the
was
beginning.
the coolest guy.
That guy was,
That
the animation
zigzag
was
thing.
really, yeah.
Ugh.
The character design was really good in that.
Yeah.
So the first step on the terracotta roof is deep lava and base wood. 2 parts deep lava, 1 part base wood. And you just really want a heavy dry brush slather it on the terracotta roof part and along the edge.
I actually, part of me doesn't want to tell this because it's on the air, but
What?
for the first time on Thursday, I actually had an improv class over Zoom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it went okay. But it's like, I don't know. It was a little embarrassing, and it's so weird to, like, try to improv with people over Zoom.
Is it, like, liberating, though? Like, are you
Yeah.
more comfortable?
Yeah, it's nice to comfort of my home and then not have to meet people in person.
Yeah.
And I also, like, I don't know. There was definitely people there. Like, my fear is with everything, if I'm, like, trying to... I love attention, so I'm always like, I hope I'm not, like, just trying to deviate all the attention at the time. But there were other people who were even more theater kiddie than me, so I knew that I wasn't the most...
You're not, like, you went from being a big fish in a small pond to a medium-sized fish in a Zoom pond.
Yeah. A lot of love for the Goofy movie in the chat.
Nice.
And then we might want to wrap up pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm just going to do this part because it's different than the rest, and then the tutor is the same paint scheme that I already went over.
Cool.
I just want to do the terracotta part.
But these instructions are also online if you guys want to follow along.
Yeah.
I'll post it in the chat.
What's the longest you've gone over the stream time?
It was when I was out sick that week in February, and I think the painting stream ended up being like 3 hours or something like that.
What?
It was a long time.
You weren't there to be like, hey, this has got to stop.
No, but also it's like they were having a lot of fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I think we were shooting at 5 p.m. that day, so it's not a big issue if we go over then. But, like,
yeah.
Normally the later we get, the more conflicts we get from the, what is it, West Coast? West Coast, yeah. My stomach is going crazy. I like this roof color, too.
Terracotta?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I'm really impressed with, like, the sculpture in general. Like, this was from, was this when Stefan went to Italy and got inspiration from there? Or?
Yes, I think partially. I think Eli sculpted this. Oh, this roof. I'm not sure, though. Pretty sure. But yeah, I think it's inspired by Stefan, like, as a kid growing up in Europe and also traveling there a little bit.
He grew up in Europe?
Part of the time, I think he was in Italy.
Nice.
Mostly he was in New York, but he was in
Right.
Italy when he was, like, I think, like, late teens or something. Early 20s for a little bit.
What was the thing that took you the longest to paint? Finley would like to know.
To figure out to paint or...
Like, maybe one piece that takes a long time for you to paint.
Without a doubt, Dread Hollow.
Dread Hollow.
Yeah.
I did watch the Dwarven Toby, but I just don't remember all the details from it.
Oh,
about Stefan's
he's giving you a
life.
hard time.
He said, didn't you watch the Dwarven? That is one of the movies that I did see, yes.
Okay, and then the next dry brush, to give the orangey, like salmony color to the roofs is a combination of terracotta dry brush, stone edge dry brush, and regal red, and that's in a 6:2:1 ratio. Ugh.
I should probably get the mouse ready too.
My hands are so.
Yeah. Wow, colorful.
Yeah.
Did you ever get your nails painted?
No.
I was gonna say
for
I
that
feel
reason.
Like you would have to be really okay with the paint job getting messed up. All right. Cool. Oh, I forgot we gotta do that thing to close.
What thing?
The
Oh, right.
yeah.
The surprise, yeah.
Cool. Which color is the terracotta? It's orange and red and...
The second one?
Yeah.
The second step? It's terracotta dry brush mixed with stone edge dry brush and regal red.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those are the hands we are used to seeing in your tutorial videos, says Zanako.
Yep. I don't know.
They are very painty.
One of my, like, the new things is I'm gonna be like, oh, I need to wear white in my real life. Like, I just need to, like, be mindful enough to not to get paint. Just in general, not be messy. Like, if I can wear white, that means I've grown as a human being.
I guess I understand
won't get it
that.
filthy.
I've been trying to buy more white shirts recently, but it's just proved to me that I should not buy white shirts. Like, I used to have this purse also, and it's like a over the shoulder one. So now there's like a huge dark line from that purse on one of my very favorite shirts, which sucks, but
oh,
like,
God.
whatever.
It's always in the least expected way that, like, it'll just, like, you'll just get something on it.
I know. Gonna invest in a lot of bleach pens, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Toby has a dad joke. He says, wait, is this a tutorial?
Doors? Oh,
Tutorial.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, no.
I thought the jokes were behind us. Nope. Does anybody have any suggestions for how to keep a mask from getting itchy? I'd love to know.
You have to coat your face in Vaseline or Aquaphor.
Okay.
I've got some if you want it.
I can't use your Vaseline.
Yeah, you can.
Rub it on your butt, says literally Selena.
What?
That won't help. Oh, man. Grow a beard, says King Sax. I could. Actually, the other day I waxed my mustache for the first time in a long time, and I thought about saving one of my mole hairs because Nate loves whiskers, and I was like, that is a whisker quality. Like, it's
yeah,
my
it would be
whisker.
great if you could just convince him that it was a cat whisker.
This is really short. I have to wear one in the clean room, so you figure out how to wear a mask without it driving you nuts, let me know. Yeah, I'll try to. I think that maybe if it were cloth, it wouldn't be so bad. It might be like the fuzzies of the mask just like tickling me. But yeah, it's not fun. Rub it on the skin or it gets the hose again, says Dabby. Wow, everybody Everybody's a little bit.
Everyone's revved up.
Little
We run
kooky
it. Are they usually this kooky?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, we really bring out the crazy in some people.
I love it.
I do too. I was talking about it earlier. There's something about hanging out with Aaron specifically that makes me a little bit more like honoring.
I'm a drug.
Yeah, that's what you are. It's like how Molly used to be. It's like a girl's name and a drug. There's some E, Aaron. Sorry, I can't really help. My masks are Vogue mask ones that don't get itchy because they are made to be worn for long periods of time. Yeah, I actually invested in a nice mask that's meant to be worn for a long time, but because of the current climate, it's not supposed to get here till mid-May, and I ordered it back in March, so by that time I might not even, need it. It might be the paint fumes that are making us crazy, says King Set.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The last step is mixture of Stone Edge dry brush and base gray, and you just go along the bottoms of the shingles just to make it a little, like, I guess ashy, like dusty or whatever.
Oh. Yeah. I don't even know what fell.
No, it was a paintbrush.
Oh.
It's cool.
Don't a bunch of medicine or chemicals end in Aaron? Like, I'm trying to think of an example, but I believe that.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it does. Tylenol. You talk about the lotion and skin. How do you not make a Silence of the Lambs reference? I think that is in itself a Silence of the Lambs reference.
I talked about Vaseline, not lotion.
Oh. Wow. Somebody got their facts wrong. Is there instructions? Just joined. I find painting minis a little challenging and they don't always look as good. But do you guys have it in a template? And we do. I will send it to you really quick. Here's the Tudor one, and then here's the stone one. You're welcome, LME 202. Tips from an RN, a registered nurse. Make sure your face is well moisturized, also rubbing the inside with a non-contaminated cloth to loosen and stray fibers. Sometimes it helps if you take some non-drowsy allergy medicine. Interesting.
Oh,
Aquaphor.
Cool. Oh yeah, I've got a tube right here.
Of Aquaphor?
Yeah.
That's lotion?
No, yeah, over here.
Oh, you were saying I was like, I'm not gonna fall for that. Try this lotion.
Show water green.
Just rub it all over your face.
Then same with just like the other roof, you're gonna want to paint on the moss with the shallow water green.
Wait, Aquaphor is lotion, that was what they're saying.
It's like Vaseline.
Yeah, so you were mentioning lotion, not Vaseline. When we did the Silence of the Lambs thing.
Oh, see, I think Aquaphor is more of a gel.
I think you need to apologize.
They're offended. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry about Silence of the Lambs not being referenced enough.
Oh, have you heard the song that the band did about Silence of the Lambs?
No.
There's this song by Green something. It's like this metal song, like the guy's basically Buffalo Bill. He's singing as Buffalo Bill.
Oh, that
it's
sounds
a really
interesting.
good song, yeah.
Wait, maybe it's an I. It's hard to tell, but somebody asked Green Day. Did Green Day make the metal song?
Definitely not.
I can't imagine them ever doing metal.
Yeah, that would be. I can't even remember what Green Day sounded like. I don't know.
They do that. Don't wanna be an American idiot. No.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. It's just hard to picture the sound.
I'm
been
not a
so
huge
long.
fan of them. Yeah, it's.
Since I heard them. And then that's for the terracotta roof, and you just want to fill in the this part like we did before with the stone. And that's pretty much it for Tudor and Stone.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna. All right. All right. All right. So thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been really real. Thanks, Aaron, for joining me today and stir crazy office. And with that, I'll leave you guys.
Bye. Stay safe, everybody. Have a good night.
I didn't even see it coming.